Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, everyone.
Here we are, another day at the Windmill of Dreams.
Windmill?
Creating energy, creating imagination.
Windmills don't create energy.
Yeah, well, the turbine of dreams then. You did a quiz last night? How did it go?
It was really good. It actually went a lot better than I thought it was going to go, because I thought it was going to be really boring. Because it was American 90s TV. It's like Friends, Seinfeld, Frasier, Cheers.
Yeah.
And then like the kids shows like Saved by the Bell and Keenan and Kel and Rugrats and all that jazz. But it was really hard to put together, because I was like, past Friends, because it all stemmed from us going, let's do a Friends quiz.
Yeah.
And we'd already kind of done a Friends rounds, then everyone settled on doing like American 90s TV. But I was like, how much are people going to actually know?
Yeah.
And usually I do like between round games. Like when we did villains and heroes, I split everyone into villains and heroes. So you had a team of supervillains and a team of superheroes. And then I put everyone's names. So I had a bowl of hero names and a bowl of villain names and a bowl of questions. So between every round, I would pick out a villain and pick out a hero and pretend that I was a newscaster getting wind of, like, getting breaking news of a superhero fight breaking out over Tokyo. And I'd say, in the fight's against whoever it was and whoever it was. And then read out the question, whoever WhatsApped me the answer first, all of the heroes or all of the villains, depending on who got it right, all got a point. So it's like you boosted your team.
That was a really smart idea.
That was really fun. But then, what do you do for 90s American TV? So what I did was I made up TV shows for everyone involved in the game. So it was like, the hit comedy Scott's Hot to Trot. In this episode, Scott wins the lottery, plus 3 points. Everyone had a positive and a negative. So Scott's positive was he won the lottery, but then his negative was he gambled away his millions.
Yeah.
And they were all like, really silly.
Yeah, it's really good.
So there was a positive and a negative for everyone, and they all went into a bowl, and then between every round, before everyone gave me their scores, I would play the game Who's on TV.
What's next week?
Next week is board games.
Interesting.
I think we've got a really good idea. Ollie had a really good idea to spice up the game.
A lot of quizzes going on in lockdown.
I love it. I really love it.
I guess the elephant in the room, these guys.
Are matching t-shirts.
So these t-shirts are from, and I'll put the link down below, but it's from a website called Theatre Support Fund. And these t-shirts are on sale for £16, and all the proceeds go to, Acting for Others, the Fleabag Support Fund, and the NHS COVID-19 Urgent Appeal. And they're really cool t-shirts.
They do more merch as well, don't they?
Yeah.
They do notebooks, and I'm definitely going to buy myself
They
a
do.
notebook. They're really nice.
T-shirts, tote bags, posters, a notebook, what else? A magnet, a mug, and badges. And it's all the same design. So a little game, guys. Can you, there, sat on your bed, wherever you are, name all the fonts, basically.
From the shows.
From the shows. So these are musicals in the West End at the moment.
I mean, you could just put a picture up.
I know, but I like to be here.
Okay.
So we obviously, this one. Have a look.
And don't forget the exclamation mark. That's also a show.
Yeah. If you want to support the charities, go get them.
They're really nice t-shirts.
They're really nice t-shirts. Yeah, really nice.
Can you tell me what size is mine?
Large.
Mine's a large. So I always get asked this, like if I'm wearing a t-shirt or like an item of clothing, everyone's like, what size are you? Because I think we're similar sizes, so that looks like it fits you really well. What size is it? So this is a large. It fits me lovely.
Okay, so I found an email before. Very good email, very fun. Thanks again, guys, for the emails. On the last video, a lot of people loving the jingle that Jessica
really good.
did. It was very good, so well done, Jessica, again. Any other jingles out there, send them in. Okay, so we got an email from someone called Emma Tatum. Like Channing, they said. And they had a good idea. And it is, would you rather theatre edition?
Oh, this is a good one.
This is a really good one.
Has she given us questions?
Yes.
She's nailed it.
Yeah. I've not They said, would you want to add your own? But I've not added my own.
No, we'll just go for...
So there's 10.
Okay.
The first one is, would you rather only be able to perform in a show, the same show, for 5 years, or perform in a new show every month?
New show every month.
For 5 years? I'm guessing it is, if it's the same show for 5 years.
Yeah, new show every month.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess I would rather do that.
Because I was in Les Mis for 3 years. I knew how I began to feel towards the end of that run. I loved the show, but I was kind of like, I need to leave now before I don't love the show.
But do you think you wouldn't ever really get to experience the show though? Imagine like you doing like Les Mis the first time, you're like, yes, I'm playing Eponine. It's been so long. It's like, yeah, you got 28 days.
But I did that with like Christmasaurus.
Yeah.
And Les Mis in Dubai, like that whole new group of people and a new group. Like I loved it. I love it. I think it's great.
Yeah. I just think it'd be really hard over 5 years.
I think it'd be really stressful.
Just to do a month in each one show. I mean, your CV would be amazing.
Yeah, I think it'd be stressful, but I feel like I'd quite enjoy that challenge.
Yeah. I think most people don't really stay in shows for 5 years.
I was going to say a year is long.
Yeah.
A year's contract is... Like nowadays when you say, oh, how long are you doing the show for? And you're like, oh, a year.
Yeah.
You're like, oof.
You always find, I always find, when like a new show happens, like Hamilton, for example, big show, cool show, and you get, if you like the original cast, you do the first year, and most people do the second year as well, because the hype's still there.
Yeah.
But it's very rare. 3 years is like, I would say sometimes the maximum that you sort of see people do. Anything beyond like 3 years, I'm thinking, you're here to stay.
Yeah, when I joined Les Mis, there was a guy in the show called George Miller. My first year was his last year, and he'd been there for 7 years. 7 years at Les Mis.
Some people do that though, because they just say, for example, they don't have like crazy finances like in the bank, and they just love that sort of 9 to 5-esque of it. You know, when you're just like, I know what I do, I work, and I've got stability. Like you hear all the time people staying like Jersey Boys. There was a couple in Jersey Boys that stayed there for 9 years.
I think also things change when you suddenly have kids.
Yeah, that's a big thing as well.
Because that's happened a lot where I've seen people go, oh no, I'm not going to stay next year, I'm not going to stay next year. And then all of a sudden their wife gets pregnant and they're like, I'm going to stay next year.
Number 2, would you rather hear someone's phone ring during a performance or hear a child crying throughout?
I'd rather hear the kid crying. Because I feel like I get annoyed that someone hasn't turned their phone off, whereas you can't turn your child off.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'd be like, oh, like those poor... I feel way more sympathy. I'd be like, oh my god, those parents must feel like so embarrassed or so stressed right now because their child's crying. Like it would only be like feelings of sympathy and empathy from me if I heard a child crying. If someone's phone's going off and be like, why didn't you turn it off?
Have you ever had that? Someone's phone?
Yeah. Oh god, yeah.
But like obviously.
Yeah. Little fall of rain. Someone.
Hello.
They didn't pick it up, but you could hear it get louder as they scrambled for it in their bag.
Yeah, I think I'd rather the kid cry.
Yeah.
I remember doing panto in Wolverhampton, and my nephews came to see the show. Like like the seats in theatres like pushed down.
Yeah.
Like that. He was obviously like sat on it when it was up to get a bit more height to see the show. I could hear this, and then like crying, and I was like, bloody hell, that kid's like, what's happening out there? Carry on the show, finished, went outside to meet my sister, and Emily was like, oh my god, I'm so embarrassed. I was like, why, what happened? And then like turned Charlie around, like lifted him up, and like he had a big scratch on his back, and he's like, he slipped on the seat and started crying. I was like, oh my god, was that you? And he's like, yeah. Like he scratched all his back. So I would prefer the child crying.
Me too.
Not my own nephew. That sounds a bit weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, turn your phones off, I think. Right. Sit next to someone in a theatre that is on their phone during the show, or sit next to someone that's constantly unwrapping sweets.
I think I'd rather someone on their phone, because I feel like less of a dick asking someone to get off their... Because I am that person who will be like, excuse me, can you stop filming the show, please? Or, excuse me, can you get off your phone. I am that person. And I'd feel much more comfortable asking someone to get off their phone than asking someone to stop unwrapping sweets.
Yeah. There's a bit more of a grey area, isn't there, with sweets?
In the theatre, they sell like rustly packeted sweets.
Yeah. Which is mind-blowing.
Yeah.
Why don't you, like, they should just sell wine gums.
They do sell wine gums, but in a rustly packet, so you can hear someone going.
It should be a tub, like the crisps.
They did them at Wolverhampton. They did little tubs of sweets. I know that because I bought 2.
Wolverhampton. Yeah, I think I'd rather sit next to someone with their phone.
Yeah.
Because it's not as constant. Well, you would hope that the phone call wasn't 2 hours.
Yeah.
Like, what are you talking about for 2 hours? But also, if they had sweets, so you could go, stop doing the sweets. Can I have one?
Yeah, can I have one, please?
Would you rather spend 24 hours in makeup as Elphaba or cat makeup?
Cat's makeup. I think I'd rather do it myself. And I think it's not just being one colour. It's like it feels like creativity. You know what I mean? You'd
enjoy cats for the makeup.
100%. You said that from the beginning.
Yeah, I would probably go Elphaba, having done cats. Just make me green.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, great. I know it'd be annoying when you get home and you've still got a bit of green on you.
Yeah.
But the creativity is fun, and you do enjoy it. But oh my god, it is stressful.
But you're not into that kind of thing at all.
No.
Like before cats, it wasn't like you were sat at home doing your own makeup.
Yeah.
But I love that.
Yeah.
I love
you would enjoy it.
I think I really would.
But also I'm thinking, if I'm getting into Elphaba makeup, that means I'm Elphaba.
Yeah, that is also true.
So if you can't find me. Yeah. Would you rather forget your line or forget a dance move?
I would rather forget a line.
Really?
Yeah. I'd rather forget a line than a dance move, because the chances of me dancing on my own are slim. I'd probably be dancing with a bunch of other people. So if I'm the one who forgets the dance move, they're going to be like, oh, she screwed up, because I'm the only one not doing what everyone else is doing. Whereas if I forget a line, chances are it's only me saying the line.
Yeah.
Because when does everyone speak in unison? And if we were all speaking in unison and I forgot a line, no one would notice.
Yeah.
So it would kind of go under the radar. So I'd rather forget a line, because I'd find it easier to cover up. It wouldn't be as obvious as me going to the left when everyone else is going to the right.
I don't know though, because I always think with dancing, you get away with a lot. Honestly. Because there's so much going on in a dance number. People can fall over and you're like, you don't see it. You can get away with murder in big dance numbers. But I've been on stage, I've forgotten a line in Adams. I've got that line. And I've been on stage with people when they've got lines. And it depends how good you are at covering it.
Yeah.
It can get to the point where it's like, oh my god, someone just feeding the line. Because this is like going on for a long time.
I've never been there. I have forgotten a line. I forgot a line in Heather's. It was the bit where the ghost of Heather, Chandler, Ram and Kurt are stood behind Veronica and Martha's saying that she thinks something shifty about JD.
Yeah.
And then she's talking about Ram and she says something like, he kissed me, remember, on the football field. And I say, yeah, in kindergarten. And I think I forgot that.
Yeah.
And because it was all like sort of to music, Jenny just carried on. Like it wasn't like
you needed that line to carry on the dialogue.
It was me just interjecting her monologue essentially, because she's sort of just talking to herself really. So I've never been in that place where I felt that like panic of I don't know what's next.
In Adam's Family.
It was amazing.
I was like, oh my god, I don't know what's next.
It was the fact that we were the opening of Act 2 as well, and you ran on and just didn't say anything. You went, don't leave.
Don't leave. Yeah. Totally forgot the lines. That's like the only time it's ever happened.
It was, I don't know what was going through your brain. It was like all the lines had fallen out and like muddled up on the floor, and you were like trying to get them back in, but like word by word. So you were like, don't leave me.
Yeah.
Ah.
I think because I've experienced that, that's why I would rather forget a dance move.
Yeah.
And like I said, I feel like you can hide a lot more in dancing. Someone asked about Hello, because in Mormon, because it's like a really difficult number to swing.
Yeah.
And he said, did you ever like mess up a line? And there was only ever one time that I was on for the Elder Pop-Tarts, and I never really did elder Pop-Tarts. I think I did over 2 years, probably like 15, 10 times. And he has a hi bit, and that was mine. And I was there with my book, like, and I could hear that it all bouncing around. And I'm like, oh, it's coming up to me. Because that's what you do the first time. You don't really get into the rhythm of it.
Yeah.
Because you're like counting in your head going, 1, 2, 3, 4, hi. You know.
Yeah.
And I was going, 1, 2, 3. And then for this panic, I was like, oh, it's not now, it's later on. Missed it. So I just went, because I went to say hi and I stopped myself. So I just went, really embarrassing. But it was so quick, no one really noticed. But I told my mates afterwards and they were laughing their heads off. Like my other things, I was like, oh my god, I went on and just went, Would you rather have bad digs on tour or a bad dressing room?
Bad digs on tour, because you know it's not going to last. Although I guess bad dressing room on tour as well, that wouldn't last either. But I feel like I end up spending more time in my dressing room than in the digs. And I feel like if you've got bad digs, you can just escape to your nice dressing room.
But yeah, you do hear horror stories about digs though, if it's going really bad.
Yeah.
I think I'd rather have bad dressing room.
Really?
Yeah, because I've had that, and I'd be like, right, I'm going to the boys, or I'm going to your dressing room. Like, you can escape it a bit. But on tour, I just think, if you've got a really crap, smelly sheets on your bed, and it's just unclean, and you're paying for it as well. If it was like a really long contract, then the dressing room would be more important, I think.
Yeah.
But if it's like, I'm thinking like a week, I'd want a week just to go, like, sleep well. And I feel like I can escape my dressing room more. Like, if my dressing room's like in a broom closet, I'll be like, I'll get ready really quickly and go, right, I'm going to socialise and just go around everyone else's dressing room. And be like, I can't be in that broom closet.
Oh, see, I find so much, like, comfort and solace in wherever my dressing room is.
Yeah.
So if I had bad digs, I'd literally just go there to sleep, and then the first thing I do when I wake up in the morning is just go straight to the theatre.
Yeah.
I find too much happiness in dressing rooms to put up with a bad one.
I guess because I feel like I've experienced bad dressing rooms. I've had crap dressing rooms. And I feel like I've already done it.
You've done it, yeah.
So I'm like, I could do that again.
Yeah.
Give me the crap dressing room, I've done it. But as long as I can go home and sleep on like clean sheets and a nice, really nice like digs.
Yeah.
With a balcony or something. Really cool. Yeah. Would you rather have your wig fall off or a costume malfunction?
I would much rather a costume malfunction.
Yeah.
Because I feel like having something go wrong with your costume doesn't take the audience out of believing who you are. Because your dress ripping or, you know, something going slightly wrong, I feel like you can cover that up more as well. That's something that you can hide. But if your wig falls off and you're just like there with your egghead wig cap on, the audience are going to be like, well, that's not Fontaine or Eponine or whoever. Like,
it's Les Dennis.
Yeah, it's Uncle Fester. So that, I think that suddenly shatters like the magic of theatre when your wig falls off. Yeah. Or something goes wrong with your wig.
The only thing with wigs is that you can quickly, if you've got help, I mean, quickly go, get it back on. But I guess if something rips on stage, I'm thinking like, arse out. It's like, well, their arse is out. Like, there's not much more you can do. That's the only thing, I guess it depends how bad.
Yeah.
My mate had a really good one, and it was this dance number, like, years ago. And I can't remember what the dance number was for. I think it might have been Panto. It was Panto. It was, I just remembered it. We were doing a number called, like, it was like Bad, by Michael Jackson. Yeah. But it was sung by, like, Jafar in Aladdin. He's like, I'm bad, whatever. And, like, he had, like, backing dancers. Yeah. And there's this move where, like, the best way to describe it is, like, shake your hips, like that. It's like ball change across the audience, but you're facing upstage. So your ass is like, you're like over the shoulder like that. My friend Connor ripped his trousers, like pretty much like after that. And all he had underneath was a jock strap. So, by the way, UK people call them jock straps, even though we know the dance belts, which is like a tee, a big thong. Loads of kids in the audience going, and he knew his trousers were ripped. Oh, he's like, I'm bad. Yeah, and he came off, he was like, oh my god. I'm just shaking my bare ass to 1,000 children in the audience watching pantomime. God. I like the idea what you said, like your wig falling off sort of ruins the illusion a bit. Yeah. So maybe a costume malfunction, but it depends how bad, I guess.
Yeah, if that was the alternative, I'd rather have the wig malfunction.
Yeah. Would you rather sneeze during an important monologue or cough during a solo?
Sneeze.
Yeah, 100%.
Sneeze during a monologue. There's nothing worse than that feeling of needing to cough when you're about to sing, or like during singing. It's the worst, because your eyes start watering and you start getting hot and sweaty. Yeah. It's horrible. I'd much rather sneeze.
And it's so like amplified as well.
Yeah.
When you do cough and you got a mic on, it's just so obvious. Like there's no hiding it. We were going to discuss mics the other day, which sounds really weird, but like theatre mics, people have been asking about them. And like that's the annoying thing when you've got these mics here or here. There's no escape. But if you're doing like a concert and you're like, oh my god, I'm going to go, and then carry on singing, most people might not realise what just happened. But you can't move your mouth from your mic, so you're like, yeah, really bad. But yeah, I'd rather sneeze. Yeah. Because you could style that out, I guess.
I've been asked that a lot over the years, like, what do you do if you need to like cough or sneeze? It's like, well, you're playing a human being who probably also would cough and sneeze at some point. So you just sneeze in character.
Yeah. Yeah, people say that about itching as well. Like, if you ever got an itch.
Yeah.
Like, you know, if you're doing like a monologue and blah, 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 like, don't make it a big thing, like sorry. just itch and just carry on speaking. Yeah, start it out. Would you rather forget an important prop for a scene or miss your cue for the start of the number?
Oh, I'd much rather forget a prop. Much rather forget a prop, because I almost missed my cue to go. I was only like a pea picker in the ensemble. Like me not being there wouldn't have been the worst thing in the world. But I remember that feeling of bolting downstairs, like 3 flights of stairs, having missed my cue, and running on stage and getting into the wrong position and ending up next to Valjean, where I definitely wasn't meant to be.
That's the thing with props. Like, if you forget a prop, like, sometimes you can sort of get away with it because it might not be that important to the scene. But if it is, everyone knows about it in the wings. They're like, oh, Oliver's not got his like sword.
People are on it, yeah.
Then all of a sudden you'll just see a sword just like make its way on stage. Yeah. Someone will just walk on and go like in character, and it's all fine if that sword's really important. Yeah. But if it's not, it's fine. Like, I would rather do that, I think. Yeah. I've been late before. Again, in Hello, in Mormon, and in 4 days I did 4 tracks.
Oh my god.
So I did like Elder Young on the Monday, then I was on for Price on the Tuesday, then I did Wednesday as Joseph Smith, and then on Thursday I was on for Elder White, which is the Hello, that one in the opening. In the wings in like professional theatre, people talk a lot, just so you know, because the mic's not on, so they know they can talk. Yeah. And I'm there like chatting, and then to Sean Parkins, who is the assistant dance captain, and he looks at me and goes, "Shouldn't you be on?" And I look, I'm like, "Oh my god!" Like just, and I've literally like, because you're supposed to like walk on and get into your special and go ding dong, like, and then your light comes on.
Oh god.
I looked, my light was already on. So,
oh my god.
So it was already a ding dong on. I was like, "Oh my god!" So I just like, just made it from my hello. And I went down and to the company office afterwards, because that's like the social hub. And the company manager was so nice. He was like, "Oh, you must have been so, you know, someone said, oh, Oliver's not on, what's going on?" And I backed you up saying he's done 4 tracks in 4 days. You know, he's probably just got a bit confused. I was like, I didn't get confused, Lucy. I was talking in the wings. It was my fault. I was talking and I wasn't in the zone. Like, I knew exactly when I should have gone on. I was just too busy chin-wagging. But yeah, I made it. But yeah, that moment I was like, oh my god.
It's horrible, it's the worst.
Yeah. And finally, would you rather perform in Hamilton or Wicked?
Wicked.
Wicked.
And there's a place for me in Hamilton.
Yeah, I don't
think that's the show for me. Like, there's a very big point that is made about Hamilton, and rightfully so, that it's meant to reflect today's America. So I don't, there's not a part, like, as much as I love singing Burn, there is not a part for me in Hamilton. Yeah. Whereas Wicked, anyone could be green.
I think I'd make a good King George.
That is true, yeah, I think you would make a good King George. You would make a really good King George.
I'd love to do that. Yeah, and like 9 minutes stage time, something like stupid like that.
Yeah, not even that, I don't think.
Yeah, it just and if it's played well, apparently like steals the show. So yeah, I'd love that. Maybe when I'm a bit older and I want to earn money but not do loads of work for it.
Yeah.
Like what, 9 minutes on stage? Thank you very much. Yeah. Probably Wicked for me as well, I guess. But yeah, maybe one day Hamilton though. That'd be good when I'm a bit older. King George.
I'm still waiting for the day that we get cast as Elsa and Fiero. Putting it out into the universe.
That would be really good. Well, that is that. Thank you again, Emma, for those wonderful questions. Very fun. Right, everyone. Bye, everyone. Be safe out there. Don't do oil paintings in the dark.
Don't.
Unless you've got like a luminous paint. But I mean, why would you?
Or night vision goggles.
Or night vision goggles. Or you're an owl.